So I'm here at the Business Analysis Conference Europe, which is always a real melting pot of ideas and concepts and speakers. And I'm really pleased to say that a speaker has agreed to join us for a bit of an interview today. So I have with me Inga Davids, who's a senior business analyst. So Inga, thank you very much for being here today and for having a chat.
No, thank you for inviting me. It's always good to see you.
Fantastic. And your presentation is entitled Shoot Your Shot, Elevate Your Career, and you're presenting that tomorrow. So we're going to get a bit of a sneak peek of some of the topics. And I know I've peeked at your slides, and I know one of the topics you're looking at, Inga, is around personal branding. Now, some people might hear that and think, well, what is that and why is it relevant for BAs? How would you answer that?
Yeah, I think for me, a brand, is all about just how you're showing up for yourself, and also just a matter of showcasing your strengths, your passions, your skills, and packaging that in a way that's really consumable for others that interact with you. And also, I think ultimately your brand is your reputation. It's about creating those memorable experiences with others when you interact with them that teaches them what they can expect from you. And also, once you're able to build consistent experiences, you're able to build a strong reputation and a strong brand.
That's really interesting. So it's almost about like customer experience, of how our customers experience us, and that creates a brand. So how would you suggest that like people tuning in, if they're thinking about their personal brand, how would they even go about thinking about it or quantifying it or developing it?
I think for me, sometimes what's easier before you think about others within your circle that you believe actually have a strong brand. So, and once you think of those people, think about why do you think their brand was pretty strong, and why have you selected those people? And then you kind of work your way back to think about yourself. So what message are you communicating? What events are you attending? Who are you affiliated with in your network? I think that also just builds a strong brand as you build your career.
Yeah, fantastic. And so almost having that kind of role model to think about, and then sort of gravitating towards and adapting for our own, I guess, being that authentic self as well along the way.
Exactly.
So another topic I saw in your slides, which I really resonated, was around career goals. And I mean, huge topic, but like how often do you think a BA should be thinking about career goals, and should we be setting them regularly and referring to them?
100%. Maybe not all the time, but I think at least taking stock either once a year before your year kicks off, and then taking stock again mid-year. Am I on track? I think it's so important to own your own career journey, and one way to do that is actually to sit down and say, where am I today? Where do I want to be? And what are the steps that I need to take to get myself there? And I think as a BA, we often think, oh, the onus is on my manager or my principal. They'll dictate exactly what sort of skills I need or the exposure I need. But actually, all that onus is on you. And if you take the time to actually think about, well, where do I want to take my career?
Yeah.
You never want to look back in 10 years or 5 years or 2 years time and think, well, my manager said I should do this and now I've landed up here, and it's actually not where you want to be. So I think it's so crucial to think about your career goals as a means to drive your career, and also to build a authentic and unique career roadmap for yourself.
Yeah.
Because no BA's roadmap is the same.
Absolutely. Interesting there. And I'm hearing words like roadmap and plan. And I'm thinking like gap analysis, right? It's just applying business analysis internally.
Exactly. I love that. A gap analysis for my career. I love that.
Yeah. So, I mean, a really unfair question to ask you, Inga, but if you were to like summarize the key takeaway from your session to be like 30 seconds long, like the one thing you really want people to take away, what would that be?
Definitely shoot your shot. It's time to drive your career and think about exactly where you want to take it. Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. I love that. And I know it's early in the conference, so it's again an unfair question to ask you, but like, are any key themes or takeaways starting to emerge for you?
I think just looking at the agenda, it's definitely strong on stakeholder management, stakeholder engagement. I mean, you kicked off the conference exactly right now speaking about stakeholder engagement and how do we influence these people. I think it's also coming back into this hybrid sort of working way. I think now engagement's like we've been doing it a certain way out of necessity because of COVID, but now that we've kind of flexed into this new way and morphed again, were those things working and what can we change? And doing a dipstick of, can we actually engage with our stakeholders better, given how things are changing constantly now?
Yeah.
I think that's the one theme that has definitely come in. Even if you look at, I think, Grant and Paddy's visual thinking, storytelling, again, how do you win people over?
Absolutely, absolutely. Fantastic. Well, Inga, I'm sure that people will be watching this, they'll be wanting to connect with you, find out more about what you do. How's the best way for people to get in touch?
LinkedIn and Twitter would be the best.
Fantastic. Excellent. Well, Inga, thank you so much for taking the time to have a chat today.
No, thank you, Adrian. It's always fun.
Fantastic. And we'll be trying to get as many interviews as we can while we're at the conference. So do subscribe to us on social media and we'll release the videos when we can. So bye for now.